Hey people, what's going on? I hope this is like the second video for the night. So I hope you enjoyed the previous episode where I talked about sampling samples. So there I showed you some samples and I think that some of my best fragrances in that list. So I hope you enjoyed that video. And then, this second episode is going to be, as I told you, going to be a fragrance review. So I was looking at my collection, and as you can see from the title, it's going to be the Polo Blue from the line, uh, the Polo's line. All right. So Ralph Lauren Polo Blue, right? So basically, yeah. Why did I choose this? Not probably the best time of the year because, as you know, winter is going on, cooler weather. This is more like a summer fresh aquatic fragrance, right? So I chosen this because I don't want to do the similar sort of videos like similar fragrances, everything in the same line, right? So even though it's not relative right now, but still I just feel just review it, just my thoughts. So yeah, let's look into this wonderful. This is one of my favorite summer aquatics, all right? And I'll tell you why. Okay? So let's start. Let's go. Okay? So the house is called Ralph Lauren and this is called Polo line. All right. So they have Ralph Lauren basically cater a lot. If you see those pony, those T-shirts and stuff, the big horsemen and stuff, their main focus is more like those shoes, clothing, as well as I think their fragrances as well, right? So they have a lot of fragrances in the past, not a new house. So they have quite a few solid fragrances in the lineup. Okay, so they cater for many people. They offer a lot of you know types of fragrances, right? But their signature stays the mossiness, like their fragrances dry down all the time, more or less. You're gonna get that mossy sort of a feel. So you'll see when I come to the nose breakdown, right? So with me, I have right now is my bottle is 75 ml because I got this basically to remind myself from those university days. This was my university 2003 when this got released. This was released in back in 2003. So this was one of my university fragrances when I was doing my first degree. So I have a lot of memories. So not just to remind myself of the memories, I really love this fragrance. Okay, I just really felt like it has to be in my collection. Okay, so yeah, so let's go. So my bottle, as I told you, it's 75 ml. So there's also, I believe, 125 ml, bigger bottle, and there's a huge bottle, I think, 200 ml for the huge bottle collectors, right? So this fragrance is classified. I wrote my notes as usual, so try to keep focused. Okay, so this is more like ozonic, aquatic, and they mention green and fresh spicy. So yes, funny enough, this is a blue fragrance, but they classify this as green. So I will be little reluctant to call this green fragrance. To me, it's still a blue fragrance. All right, in my head, my fantasy is this is blue, right? So the ozonic is right. Aquatics, one of the best aquatics in the designer's game. All right. So this fragrance house have, as I mentioned, lot of solid fragrances. Mostly back in the days, more like a powerhouse kind of scent. These days, more like a lighter and sweeter. The focus is going to the sweeter fragrances. So they have from this colored line, I call them colored line. They have the black, Polo Black, which I won't belong, happen to own. One of my favorite green mango sort of a fragrance. Very nice opening top, fresh. And then they also have the red. The old one, the vintage one, is the green one. So that one is more like for those foresty sort of feel, like Pakoraban Puram, or if you feel like Platinum Egoist, that sort of a genre. So green, foresty kind of earthy kind of scent, very strong, manly kind of fragrance. The green one, and the red one is basically more. They have two red. One is the intense, one is the EDT original. Both are sort of fruity, summery, playful sort of fragrance, very yummy. All right, as well as they have the pony collection for men and women. So a lot of those horsemen, there are four, number one, two, three, four, if you know. And also they have the safari. That one I need to get in my collection. Even though reformulated, I really love that. Very nice, modern, still classic at the same time, bit vintage juice. All right, very gorgeous, regal looking bottle. Okay, with the juice, very nice fragrance. So as you can see, Polo basically have a lot more other fragrances also. I just didn't mention them here because to take up so much space. So yeah, so in my opinion, like I used few of their fragrances. This one comes, I mean, in my book, Even though in other people, I don't know about other people, they have a lot of their favorites are the mostly red, but this is my most favorite fragrance in this Polo house. All right, I'll tell you why. Recently, there's a new release. I think this year earlier, the EDP concentration. That one has the metal, much nicer looking bottle than this. But I found it like I don't enjoy that one as much as I enjoy this one. All right. So yeah, this is the EDT. Mine is the EDT bottle, the original one. The new one is the newer concentration, rather the EDP one is the called intense or something. All right. So yeah, Polo Blue Intense, something like that. Okay. So as I mentioned, this one was released back in 2003. So yeah, that was the year I started my graduation. I mean, not graduation, my degree. I started my first degree in the university. So yeah, this was in my collection. I used to own this a lot. I used to have the bigger bottle, 125 ml. So back then I was not really educated in terms of fragrance, like knowledge and stuff. So I just thought like it smelled very pleasant, likable, and I used to like those safer scents, right? So back in the days, like let me tell you some other fragrances that I owned back then, right? So I used to own the Hugo Boss bottle, as I mentioned before. Then the Lacoste Pour Homme, very very solid fragrance. Okay, the CK one, bit of citrusy side, and then CK Obsession. This one very spicy and beautiful CK one fragrance. If you guys have can manage, get a bottle of that. Still, I'm looking for a bottle of that. All right, and then I used to have also Cool Water, Davidoff Cool Water, and then Armani's Code, and then few other fragrances like Dunhill's Red and all. So as you can see, my university days, I had those typical fragrances that most of you owned, right? Those were your signature scents back in the university days. So when the sun, because we lived in Malaysia, I lived in Malaysia, very very hot country, very hot, and then like you'll be sweating a lot and stuff, and hardly there's any cooler weather. Sometimes it rains and stuff, but still gets hotter. So in those kind of conditions, this is really really did magic in my classrooms and stuff, refresh myself and all. Really was perfect for summer. So this is one of the best fragrances, summer aquatics, in my honest opinion. All right. So what other bottles are, if you already don't know Polo Blue, these are the videos I'm doing once again for the people who are relatively newer, who don't own these bottles, as well as those who are looking to learn, like if you own this, what does it smell like to you? Because why my videos are a bit longer, I'll just tell you once more. When I started my journey, there were many fragrances. I saw the reviews, but many of them, they had only one or two reviews, very brief. So I didn't get the idea. I was very interested, but I didn't get enough information that I was looking for. I like to hear stories, like what did it do for them, the reviewers, those who own it, because I cannot smell it. So I at least want to know what it does for them, right? So that's why I do detailed review. I give you my stories. So most of you, I can see you appreciate the reviews because you like to hear about my experience, right? So those are the people I'm doing this for, right? So beautiful. All right. So similar fragrance like this, if you want to have some idea, there is Aqua falls in the similar class, as well as CK1, as I mentioned. Kenzo, very interesting house. Need to look at that house too. Okay. Then what? Leau dissey from the issey miyake. Then Versace's Poram, my favorite fragrance. Bulgari's Aqua, that sort of Aqua Marine. So that sort of class all belong to the summer fresh fragrances, aquatics. So they are similar in many ways, but different in many ways too, right? And I'll tell you why this is different from the others. Okay. So the notes in this fragrance, Polo Blue EDT. This one, the notes listed, prominent notes are winter melon, very interesting, orange, and cucumber. Okay, I'll come back to that cucumber note. All right. Then the center, you're gonna get like basil, sage, and then geranium. Okay, and the last, it ends with musk and that mossy, the Drydown that I was talking about, right? It's not enlisted in the Fragrantica, but this one, from my experience and from the reviews, I also learned about the mossy thing. All right, that many other fragrances that has. Okay, so and the woodsy Drydown, which not so much woodsy, I'll tell you. Okay, so now let me tell you how it really smells. Okay, there goes your notes. I mean the top, mid, and bottom, right? But what it really smells like, I never knew about the notes when I purchased this at first, right? So I just thought the first impression as a fragrance user only, back in the days, like a rookie or so, all right, as an user, as a consumer, what it used to give me. Opened very, if you can imagine blue skies, all right, uh, like beautiful blue skies, and then it's like airy, it's very breezy, and you can hear the breeze, and you can hear the fresh laundry that you hanging in the where right outside, and your mom like just finished her laundry, and then the detergent powder, very very clean and then fresh, like laundry smell, clean white shirts, or even those clear blue skies, and the clouds are flying away, and there's no chance of rain or anything, there is no humidity in the air. Maybe days of autumn, or maybe fall, some birds, like you can hear the birds singing and stuff, we have the cuckoos. Yeah, so we just love that, that kind of feel, breezy, light, airy, and also the smell of ocean, little bit of detergent smell, not in a bad way, not in those way like, oh, detergent, it's shit, I hate detergent. No, 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 this is that feeling of fresh and clean, that's what I'm trying to say. All right, let me show you actually, like, I should, as usual, I forgot to show you the presentation. Very quickly, let me show you the box. This is the box, okay? Polo Blue, nothing special, nothing fancy. Just as Polo Blue, you can take a look. 75 ml. Side, it you got your cereal, and then back you get ingredients, and then yeah, this is, I think Polo is made in USA. Yeah, it's House of USA. All right. Yeah, and bottom you get some more of your information. And the bottle, as I showed you, let me show you once again, has that plastic top, bit chromish and similar kind of sprayer, and inside, very nicely done, the detail is it's blue in color. This fragrance, the bottle design, I just happen to love it so much because this color, blue is my favorite color, as you guys know. But this blue is a bit dark, those marine, if you think of voyage, deep night sailing, in the ship, all right, and you think of water. Yeah, this bottle actually, yeah, that kind of blue, very vintage sort of blue, very, if you have a flower vase back in the days, those, this color flower vase, if you imagine this horse is not there, this color, right? The long ones. And, very nice to look at. Just love the bottle presentation, simplicity of this. A little bit dirty, okay, sorry about that. And the horseman in the center, at the bottom you get your sticker and stuff. So sort of like a very simplistic design. But that's what I love about this thing. Sometimes simplicity speaks for the best, all right? Simplicity is gorgeous, all right? So, yeah, so let me show you the sprayer. Inside, oh, sorry, in the cap, you get some blue also. Sorry, I'm not being organized today, but I just like to put the information in there, right? So let me show you the sprayer. I think the sprayer works really, really fine, okay? Okay, got some fragrance here. Okay, I think this area is empty. Okay, let's just show you the sprayer. All right, so very light sprayer, just like the fragrance. I really admire when they do this, the whole theme that goes with the fragrance type and what it does. So sprayer is very light sort of a sprayer. It doesn't hit you with a lot of juice like a laser shooter or a bullet or something. It doesn't hit you like that. Very soft, and then right away you get that fresh, that bright day, like the sun is there, and you're like, you can actually look at the sun, I mean, you can stare at the sun. It's not that strong, or it's not that bright, and then clear blue skies. And then right in the opening, I was talking about the cucumber. I don't know about you guys, but for me, I don't get any smell from cucumber. I'm sorry, it's just maybe my nose or something. Yes, some other melons and stuff, like the winter melon that's mentioned. Yes, I get that feel of winter melon. Some like watermelon too, juicy watermelon, Summer days of the summer. I'm pretty sure you guys like the slushies, you like the fresh fruit, cut fruit and stuff, summer fruits, tropical fruits. Yeah. Very sweet on the top, very fresh and clean, that feel. And that soapy feel, like clean soap, fresh out of the shower. You want to put this on when you come out of the shower on your chest, and it just gives you that best feel because you are not dirty, you are not sweaty and stuff, and you're just fresh. It enhances your freshness, that sort of a feel. So these are the ways it's kind of unique. People say the cucumber note. I don't get the cucumber much. I get the sweetness. What else? It has the orange, mandarin orange, yeah, a little bit citrusy fruits and stuff, just like the leau dissey. So our Aqua, that sort of a feel. Very different from the black and the green and the red, they're all distinguished. You can distinguish them by the smell. This smells like blue to me. Water mixed with melon, mixed with the citrusy flavored, just like if you're enjoying a chiller, that kind of drink, you have a lemonade or something. Yeah, but a little bit melony. Very, very pleasing to the nose, and hardly I believe anyone can hate this. I mean, if many people hate this, I know now, but then in my case, I wouldn't imagine this to be hated by anyone. All right. So in the base on the dry down, it goes quickly to the dry down actually, but hangs on to your skin about, like, the lifeline of this fragrance is around 3 to 4 hours maximum. Okay, if you can manage to get some on your shirt, right, and then some on your skin, on your hair or somewhere, yeah, still you're not gonna get more than 3 to 4 hours. But those 3 to 4 hours is project very nicely, very bubbly and very sort of like it's like a nice cute girl, like teenage girls. They're like innocent, their smile, is very bright and sort of happy. Yeah, clinic happy, but this could be polo happy, which is really happy, because clinic happy is not very happy in terms of performance. So yeah, considering many things, like those 3 hours that lasts on your skin, it projects very nicely. People can smell you, they can give you compliments, and they will actually think, for office, if you're wearing this, very, very nice gentleman, safe guy, and nothing synthetic. People get synthetic out of this. I don't get any alcohol or that sort of feel. Very, very polite gentleman, nicely dressed, not overdoing it. And for the days of summer in the office, nothing clawing, nothing choking people. Very pleasing for women, those who really love fresh fragrances. Maybe don't wear this for the date if it's like a, cool, like colder days. This fragrance, let me tell you, doesn't work. If it's cold, this fragrance doesn't work. This one only works, maybe the EDP, yeah, the newer one of this, the EDP. That one has incense and bit darker notes in that. That one you can pull it off in the days of winter. That one doesn't project as well as this. And the smell of this, the freshness, the right, the sparkling, those sunny days. Yeah, this one smells like those clear blue skies and the sunny days. Touch of fruit, and in the center you're gonna get those florals coming in also, and the soapy feel. The bubbles, the soapy bubbles. Yeah, very nice fabric softener, that sort of smell, but not in a bad way. If you like fresh fragrances, summer aquatics, look into this Polo Blue. All right. So for the end, center, it comes a little bit. I told you, the bit spicy and bit greenish, but I still decline to say this is a green fragrance, because I love blue color. A little bit of the spices, and then your coriander, that sort of feel. A little bit green, but not so much. In the end, dies with the mossy feel. This is where the mossiness comes. If you know, I told you about Pakoraban Puram. The Drydown has the similar mossy feel. If you're near the water or the stream, cold water running, you can totally see how it complements with that sort of a weather. Cool water running, your feet, you can feel the cold water, and up you can see it's everything. The weather is just clear. Everything's perfect. Those summer days. Little bit floral if you're wearing light colored shirts and stuff, light blue colored, white colored shirts, your denims and stuff, your sneakers, perfect. Perfect for school, perfect for university, perfect for office. Okay. And even this one serves every age equally. I'm not gonna put any age to this, all right? I'm not gonna say this is like a kid's scent. Okay, it has a mature side of it, like sophistication, as well as the light and airy feel. So everyone can pull this, any age. Even women, if you want, you can pull this. Why not? Very beautiful scent. All right. I took this so many times if I travel to different cities and stuff. Perfect to carry around in your car or your gym. Perfect buddy to carry it around. That's what I'm saying. Because you're gonna be reapplying like 2-3 times per day, because this one gives only 3 hours, right? So you wanna carry this around in your bag. Not that big bottle. 75 ml is easy to handle, right? So yeah, it's like all around. It's a very pleasant, very difficult to hate. And if you're looking for the fresh aquatic, bit on the safer side, all right. And from the Polo line, you want to get a bottle. My suggestion would be this, my number one pick. Side by side, maybe Polo Black, the red, as well as Safari. All good fragrance, solid fragrances. So for longevity and projection, longevity, I'm gonna give this 6. Okay, being actually being very nice, right? Projection gets a little better, 7 out of 10, 7.5, 7. That sort of performance, so quite nice. Okay, when you enter a room, people can notice you. They will know you are inside wearing Polo Blue. Compliments wise, 9 out of 10. You're gonna get likely more compliments than, like a discussed sort of feel. Okay, yep, 9 out of 10. So overall marks to me in my books, just because uh, what it gives me, the feel I get from this, why this is my absolute favorite, I never can do without this. In my books, I give it 9 out of 10. That's my marks or evaluation for this fragrance. All right, so thank you for watching. I hope you like the video and you check out this fragrance if you're into summer aquatics and fresh aquatics, and you want something that smells like not very synthetic. This is, once again, I'm saying, if you think this is synthetic fragrance and its price is around bit on the higher side, but then you pay around 50 to I think around 90, all the way to $90, right? But surely this is not a synthetic fragrance. Really, really beautifully crafted fragrance. Okay, that's why it lasted from 2003 all the way now. They're still selling this. All right, so okay, that's for the review. All right, so as usual, one tip before I go. All right, so I was thinking for fragrances, right? So like when you purchase fragrances, right? Sometimes I always tell you, if you cannot like understand the concept of a country, like the region you are in, right? Try to like understand where you stay. Like you live in a tropic country or a winter country, or in a country where your weather is fantastic. Like I believe people in UK or US, Canada, they are more blessed than us because they live in the nicer part of the world, to be honest, right? So their weather stays pretty nice. You can see through the ozone layer, you can see the clear blue skies and stuff. New Zealand, Australia, yeah, they get a very nice combination of winter, and like their summers are not that hot sickening summers. We get very hot sickening summers. Our countries are more like full of dust, and also like the humidity is very very high. Heat kills any fragrance that you wear most of the time. Days of summer, humidity and heat, it just executes your fragrance, right? So the thing is, when you actually like see your reviews on YouTube, right? Sometimes you don't you get confused. You think like there's some guys saying like, for example, who, let's say Steven, right? He says in States it works 12 hours. So when I started my journey, right, I used to think like 12 hours. Wow, I just run and then buy the bottle. And when I used that fragrance, particular fragrance on me, it just gave me about 1 to 2 hours. Or sometimes no hours at all, minutes, right? I would get very, very upset and stuff because I was still learning, right? But the fact is, where are they located and where are you located? If you're in India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, Dubai, your sun is more closer to you than you think, my friend. Okay, you need every day. You guys, let them know, Bangladeshis people, ভাই আপনারা থেকে বলেন, I'm sorry to speak in Bengali. I'm just telling them, like, Bangladeshi people, just tell them how hot it is here down here, and how like painful it is that you have such nice fragrances but you cannot wear all year round. Only this time of the year, 3-4 months, December, January, February, that's the time you can enjoy actually fragrances. So the thing is, yeah, do a lot of research before you purchase a fragrance. I keep saying it. And then see what your weather conditions are like. What is a rainy day? When is a summer day? When is a spring? When is winter? Pick your right fragrance for that time. Don't blame the fragrance or the reviewer, because they are not, maybe they never traveled to this part of the world. So I actually would like to welcome some of you reviewers. Guys, please, if you find time, visit. It will be nice to meet up with one or two, right? And the thing is, let the world know, the brands know that we are also here, because I try my best to let the world know that Bangladeshi people have good taste, they have money, they have affordability. They buy a lot of fragrances from overseas, when they go to States and stuff, and they really treasure their fragrances, right? But it would be so nice if we could have some designer fragrances. I don't know, political condition and whatnot, but it would be nice if we had some malls, and there's a few perfume shops we can go and not just buy, go and try on our skin. Most of the shops here are like total assholes, like, I'm sorry to say that term, but they are assholes because they don't have any testers. They don't let you sniff anything, and you have to just blind buy, which kind of sucks, right? So I'd like to try and test, just like I did in Malaysia. I was a bit more fortunate, right? We have a lot of shops, we have a lot of testers and stuff, so you can try. So thing is, guys, India, Bangladesh, Pakistan, we are very nice people. I'm telling you, most of us, we are nice people. Sometimes everywhere in the world you get like different kind of people, nice, not so nice, but don't be scared of that heat. We have air conditioning, right? So I would like to welcome you. Sometimes you come to Bangladesh and you try our food. I'll tell you about great things about Bangladesh. We have nice cultures and very unique, tasty foods, sweets and whatnot, and the drinks and all. So yeah, this part of the world is so beautiful as well. So yeah, guys, those who are looking to buy fragrances, back to you. Look at the weather, look at the seasons, all right? And then do ask people who are actually experienced with the fragrance. Like I own few. There are many other brothers, you know, there is a page, Scented Spirits of Bangladesh right now. You can join that page. Very nice page. Few members, but then yeah, those who live in Bangladesh, all right? Ask us, you know, those who know the fragrance performance issues and which is gonna perform, your budget, where you can get it and stuff. Let's discuss. Don't rush and buy. All right, that's what I'm telling you. So thank you for listening, guys. I hope to talk to you tomorrow, and then everyone sleep well in Bangladesh and the rest of the world. Have a nice day. See you soon. Bye bye.